Hello and welcome. So today's video was supposed to be me showing you this painting, which I am doing with this incredible palette that I received as a gift from one of you. But something came in the mail and I got totally distracted, and there's no way I'm going to be able to concentrate on this awesome painting until I deal with this. So this is what came in the mail. It is watercolor paper. By the way, since this is the beginning of the video, do stay tuned to the end and I'll show you how all of my Christmas cards from the last video turned out when they're all finished. That's on cardstock and the, what do you call those? The sayings and all the borders and little details completely done. I will show you those. They're really fun. I also painted this other little card, so I want to show you all that at the very end of the video. If you missed that video, I'll link it up in the corner. Anyway, this is what came. This is new bested watercolor paper. It's 100 sheets, A4 size. There you go. It's 100 pound, and I know it's light, but I got it because I want to make copies of all of the Inktober sketches I did and sell coloring books to any of you that might be interested. This watercolor, as you can see on the screen, is supposedly 100% cotton. It is supposedly 100 pound according to the thing, and this is what it looks like. Here, let me add some color here so the camera can have something to go off of, but it's somewhat textured on that side and pretty smooth on this side. So what I figured we would do today is copy one of these sketches onto the watercolor paper and paint it and see what we think. Maybe this one, because I've done this one once before and that worked out okay. I think it's right here somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, it's right here. Hang on, hang on. So I did this one on Strathmore 500 cotton paper, and I know kind of how that felt, and so we will do it on this 100 pound paper, and I know that's thin. I was wanting to do my coloring book for you guys on 140 pound paper, but I'm having trouble finding affordable paper. I found some packs of paper at Walmart, went back to get them, and they weren't there. So kind of out of luck. So I'm going to try this. I didn't expect to be able to use 100% cotton paper, but there are very mixed reviews. So I'm going to go make a copy. We're going to tape this down and paint it, paint on it, and see what we think. Real quick, the Strathmore paper is a little bit cream colored, and this definitely has a cool tint to it. So it's like a blue-gray, very light. When you see it by itself, it appears white, but not when you see it next to anything else. All right, let's go do it. Here's the copy it made. I'm very happy with that. It actually worked out really well, which also means that this paper will go through my printer very easily, which is really good news for the coloring book. I'm hoping this will work out. I kind of want to use this acrylic sheet, but I'm a little afraid to put my nice Arches paper face down on my desk here. So yeah, I'll figure that out. All right, we're ready to start. I'm going to do the background. This is so scary. So I just did that background on that painting I showed you in the beginning of the video by doing the whole thing with water, just like I'm doing with this one. And so we'll see the differences. Granted, I told you that was Arches paper. This is cheap nothing paper. And the Arches paper warped a ton, but then it dried completely flat. The hard part with this is staying off the kitty cat. I probably should get my round brush out. I will in a second. All right, that was wet on wet, which is great if you can tape it down, right? So let's try it as if it were in the coloring book form, just like this, kind of loose. And you can't, well, I wouldn't do wet on wet. And the way that paper absorbed the water and stuff in the paint, I'm not sure that you should do wet on wet in such thin paper like this that we don't know anything about. So we're gonna try this way. Well, I have to admit that worked way better than I expected. Interesting. Let's grab a smaller brush and paint the kitty cat. I wonder where all my cats are. Hang on. Here they are. Oh, they're so cute. All right. Let's see. We're gonna do B8 for this one today. Why not? B8. Oh, right. I'm using different color palette. I had these Daniel Smith, well, gotta dip the right end of the paintbrush in the water. Let's see. Let's just make him diurnal light yellow and we don't have to mix any colors that way. I'm being lazy. That's okay, I can be lazy. So this is gonna be interesting. I put the spots in B8 when he was wet. But I think this is gonna dry really fast, so we'll just see. That's a pretty good color for him. Takes a little more work. I could do the stripes in that while it was wet, dang it. Could probably do this in pieces to make that all work. Not being very careful, am I? I don't know how many of these flow. I know lamp black, which I was using in the background, flows a lot. Maybe we should try this burnt tiger's eye for his stripes. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one. See what that looks like. Where is his stripes? There's one up here. Did not get enough paint in that. Still didn't get enough paint. I think that's that's a Primatech color. I think they're a little harder to re-wet. So maybe that wasn't a good choice. It's kind of cute. His stripe got a little out of control, but whatever. Not quite what I was thinking. Okay, leave that. Go back to the diarrhea yellow. Do the next section. So this paper, without being taped down, is performing better than I expected. Kind of interesting. While that arm is wet, I'm going to add some yellow because that crystal is shining some light. I think since we can see his eyes, he should have green eyes. Going to try something weird just because I want to know if I can glaze over this and make it darker like it's in the dark. Yeah, that didn't work very well. Yeah, whatever. I tried it. I was brave. I don't know why the yellow looks like that in the camera. Huh. Let me change filters and see if that helps anything. Well, this filter is the closest I can get the yellow glow to look right, but then everything else looks wrong. So we'll just switch it back the way it was. Let's let this one dry, and we will go back to the one that was taped down, which has dried almost flat. Oh, sweet. Okay. Phew. Here I thought I was done. I don't want to paint another one. I kind of don't, actually. Kind of do? Don't? I don't know. All right. Cat. Let me see. I liked B28. That was kind of my favorite. I really like this one too that we just did. But then again, he didn't turn out all that awesome. Actually, he is kind of cute. Votes right now are B17 is winning. It'd be nice to have a color like that. Lapis lazuli might work. I don't know. Let me grab this that I cut off of this and see what lapis lazuli looks like. That's a Primatech color. I wonder if that's going to be hard to re-wet. It's just really light. So not quite the same as the B17 we have over there. It's kind of cool that we have this lavender color in this set that Diane gave me, and I do like that. We could have a lavender cat. Okay. We'll just make him the olive green, and I'll dip some orange into him. So one of you said that he looks like a frog, I think for B19 and B24, so hopefully you weren't talking about these. This olive green in this set is pretty green. This one, when I wet it down, is less green. It's more of a brown green. So I do listen to what you guys say. I hear ya. Let's do something weird and give him like these neon green eyes and see if that looks horrible or not. Ooh, I like it. Let's darken the background? Question mark. As far as I can tell, this is all dry. So one thing I would have done differently is I need this side to be lighter. I put the yellow there because I wanted a yellow glow, but I don't know. And then I put these little color of the crystal sparkles in the background. I like that better. So it's kind of fun that I'm practicing that. I don't know if I like the little orange hat or not now that it's all dry. I think I do. So this dried really flat looking. The tape is coming off without tearing, and I realized when I put the tape on, I was pretty sure the paper was going to tear horribly. Just felt like that kind of paper. Not bad. I pulled that one off a little extra fast, so we did get a little bit of paper on that tape. So maybe heat it up if you tape it, but wow, that's surprising. If this were shut up in a sketchbook, not a bad thing. So I think maybe there's no sizing on the paper. I think it's not going through the paper, but I feel like the paint definitely soaked in a lot. I couldn't get real deep darks, but maybe for a coloring book it's fine. Let's look at the one. I put it under this big heavy palette to see what the one that was just loose would dry like. So yeah, it's pretty warped. Didn't come through again, like same paper, so I wouldn't expect it to be any different as far as that goes. This did keep darker darks though, so I don't know. We could probably get away with using this for the sketchbook. Makes me pretty nervous. I don't want to give you guys crappy paper. I wish I could find that original paper I found at Walmart, because it was B paper. It was 140 pound, and it was not a lot of money, like $9.99, $10 for 50 sheets, which still would have made kind of an expensive coloring book, and it wasn't cotton, it was cellulose, but it would at least be paper of a brand that I know. I don't know. This was fine to work with. I had fun doing it, so maybe just for a play coloring book, single-sided maybe, or I didn't even try the backside. Maybe I'll try the backside later on my own and see if we could do a double-sided spread or not. It could be kind of tricky. Have you guys ever tried this paper? What do you think? I had a fun time doing it. If you didn't tape it down, though, you may run into some pretty heavy warping. If it's closed up in a sketchbook for a long time, maybe that would be okay. Sketchbook, coloring book, same difference. You know what I'm talking about. Or we could leave the coloring pages loose leaf so that you could tape them down and color them. That might be a good idea. And then maybe I could just have a removable binder, something that's really easy to put them back into the coloring book when you're done. I'll have to look into that and see what we have for binding options. Okay, enough of this. That was fun to try. It was fun to try these cat colors. Which one do you like? You don't have to tell me that. One thing I do need to know from you though is, would you buy a coloring book? Because I need to kind of know how many to prepare. I'm going to try and do it myself. We'll see if that works. It looks like my printer can handle this paper just fine, which is why I was kind of excited for slightly thinner paper. I have run this thicker paper through my printer, but it started to mess up. I actually did it with these cats here, and I printed some more, and it just kind of wasn't too happy with me. So this paper it will love. So will you buy a coloring book if I were to sell them? I was hoping to keep it around $24, but it is 31 drawings, so there's a ton of drawings. So I need to double check that price, but I'm thinking around $24, maybe as much as $29 with shipping. I'm hoping to keep it at $24 though with shipping, and lots of pages. And then I think I was going to say if you pay $4 more, you could get all the rest of the sketches that I'm going to do, because remember I had a lot of unfinished pages in this sketchbook. So I'm going to do the weekly sketches that are coming out from Inktober to finish that up, and I could just send those to you for $4 more, maybe plus shipping on that one. Or I will also have these coloring pages just available for a digital download, so that'll be less expensive, and then for the $4 with no shipping, you would automatically get access to the new drawing the moment it was available. So please let me know if there's interest in this below, so I know approximately how many to be prepared for, and then I'll figure out how on earth to have you guys pay for it, because I haven't figured that out yet. I don't know how to sell things online like this yet, but I'm working on it. On to the Christmas cards. You want to see those, what they look like all finished? Here's that one. So it's just on cardstock with double-sided tape, and I used a bunch of different colors of background just to try things out. So all of these open like this. And you can see on some of these I put borders, all the sayings. Some I wrote the sayings myself. I tried to be a letterer even though I'm not. Some I just used the lettering template that I printed out and kind of copied it just by looking at it and trying to do it. Some, this one's handwritten. Some I just did through the window and copied through the window or through like a light box, but I didn't have my light box class with me, so I just did it through the window. This one's just written in. You can see I actually remembered to sign them all. So that was good. I love this one. My flop of a snowman that actually turned out so cute. Isn't that ironic? That one is not bad with that cream background. And that one, since this one is the tree that came off way off center, I put the saying over there so that it looks like it was meant to be. The snowflakes, I put silver over them, over the white, because I thought that helped. The gnomes. They're so cute. This is one that I did on, I think this is a Hanamule postcard. I brought all of my postcards to class and was trying that out, so I really like that. And again, the tree was off center, so I decided to put the saying down the side. This one is on a etcher postcard. That is always really pleasant to work on, and I tried salt on that. You can see that. This is a Strathmore postcard. So some of these weren't in that video. These are the ones that I did last year that I ended up just having as extras, and they weren't my favorites, so I was sending them last, and I went ahead and put them on the backings and signed them, and I realized I signed them this year, but oh well, it's okay. It's when I finished them, right? And then this guy is still in progress, and he's on an etcher postcard, and yeah, that paper is really nice to work on. It's 90 pounds, I believe, 230 GSM, so it's nice to work on. It's really easy. Did I already say it's 100% cotton? I don't know. So those, I believe, are all of my Christmas cards finished up, ready to go out. And these, these experiments, it's so fun. I gotta go. There probably are some bloopers at the end. If I can ever get this video edited, it's gonna be a bear. But I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great weekend. Bye for now. And I've got paint all over my arm. Why not? Why not? I leave the sheets in the coloring pages loose leaf so you can type them down. Type them. I really haven't, actually I've been awake a while. I always get up really early. really early. Okay, anyway, what was I saying? We could leave the coloring pages where you could, excuse me. I forgot to turn my phone off again. All right, let's try that again.